UNT football head coach Neal Brown took to the podium on National Signing Day, addressing the outlook of the roster after a recent wave of transfer portal and high school additions. Here's everything you need to know about what Brown said about the 2026 team so far. Brown said it's easy to focus on the excitement of bringing fresh faces into the mix, but he finds returning 44 players key to building up this 2026 roster.
We got 44 returners that are coming back, and a lot of those guys are going to form the nucleus of our team. And there's a lot of reason why to be excited about several of those. So I just wanted to mention that before.
The UNT football program announced the addition of 7 high school players to the 2026 roster on Wednesday. Brown made it clear they are set on increasing that number exponentially for years to come and how they plan to do that.
Outside of this year, what you're going to see is we're going to sign in that 15 to 20 high school signees a year. That's where I'd be comfortable. I think we're going to invest in those developmental positions, especially I think if you think on offense, quarterbacks, tight ends, O-line, I think those are, again, tight ends, O-lines, quarterbacks, I think those can really, I think high school is still going to be our major avenue to recruit that group of positions. Defensively, you're talking about D-line, edge, those positions, really from the high school ranks, we're going to hit hard.
In 2025, North Texas posted the largest transfer portal class in FBS with 51 transfers. For 2026, the Mean Green currently bolster 52. Brown explained what he and his staff were looking for when it came to adding current college players.
Our basic formula is this. We're looking for guys that are moving up, either from a lower group of 5 conference, FCS Division II, that have been productive. And so, those are easier to find, and what I mean by that is those are guys that they get in the portal that are on all conference teams that have been productive. I think where the behind-the-scenes work really takes place is these guys that are at the Power 4 level that haven't played as much, and those are relationship-driven because you're making decisions based on the character, and then in most of these cases, live evaluations that happen before they're at their current institution, or you have guys on the staff that have coached the individual that you're signing.
One of the biggest losses from last season's roster was quarterback Drew Mestmaker, who tagged along with Eric Morris to Oklahoma State. Brown says he's excited about this year's quarterback room and the competition ahead of them.
I think Taven, it's going to be a great restart for him. And he's had some real highs and he's had some real lows. So I think the word for him is consistency. But he's a great kid. He's got all the talent. Man, he can really run. He's got strong arm. He's got prototypical size. And so for him, it's about being consistent. And I think this is a great opportunity for him to restart and finish. And if you look, there's been some real success stories in the American Conference of guys that have came in. Chandler was one of them. He came in and obviously he had another year, so he went to Virginia and had another great year. But I think it's an opportunity for him, and it's been proven by previous quarterbacks that you can come to this league and really have productive years and have an opportunity to go to the NFL, and I think that's his plan. And I talked about Chris Jimerson earlier. There's nobody in our program that's working harder than him. And I think he's got elite tools. He's if not the fastest, he's one of the fastest guys on our entire roster, same as last year. And he's got arm talent. He doesn't have the experience yet, but the kid's won. And then Chasten Ditto that's coming from East Carolina. He started and won against a P4 opponent, beat Pitt in the bowl game as a starter at East Carolina. And he's coming from Lake Travis. So he's played as a starting quarterback, he's played a lot of big-time football games with pressure on him. And so he's a dual-threat guy, too. He has the ability to run and can make all those throws. So I like the room in general.